guys, welcome to my channel. Today is only a quick little October plan with me, but I hope you guys enjoy it nonetheless. This is my first video, so please be nice. Also, a big thank you to Teal Scale, my girlfriend, for making my beautiful banner art as well as my intro. It's really amazing, I love it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
So basically I had done a sketch beforehand so that I had a guide of what I was going to do, and I decided to lightly erase it with my kneaded eraser. Those things are so useful, by the way. If you're an artist and don't have one, I totally recommend it. You don't get eraser shavings everywhere, which is amazing. And then I went in with a Pigma Micron, I think the size of 1. And with that, I am drawing in these spider webs, which are heavily inspired by Amanda Rachley, by the way. Her October theme is so friggin' cool. If you haven't seen her October plan with me yet, please go see it. She's the queen. And the quote that I'm writing in right now is a quote from the movie Hocus Pocus, and it says, "It's all just a bunch of hocus pocus." I've never actually really seen the movie Hocus Pocus, but I have heard a lot about it. So yeah. As I was writing out the quote for Hocus Pocus, I felt that it didn't pop out enough, so I decided to go in with a thinner micron and add a light drop shadow, I guess you could call it. And I actually quite like how it turned out. And then I went ahead and erased the last bits of graphite behind the quote and lettering. And then I went in again for the official cover page, and I think this step is super, super, super important because graphite smudges very easily under ink, especially Crayola, any type of water-based marker, which is what I'm using. So yeah, I think that using a kneaded eraser is very, very important for this step. And then there comes the scary part of actually doing the perfect circle. It definitely did not turn out perfect, but that's okay. And then I went in with a thick micron once again and did the lettering for October. This used to be a font that I used to use a lot in my old bullet journal, but I had stopped using all year until just now. So I decided to bring it back for this month because I actually really, really like how it looks. I don't actually own any brush pens at the moment or any type of like fancy calligraphy making things, so I kind of just draw it out, sketch it out, and I trace over it. And then hanging from the October, I put a little spider web as well as a little spider, and then under that I have a pumpkin, which were really fun to draw for this theme, honestly. I really, really enjoyed it. And then attached to the pumpkin is another little spider web with a little spider climbing on top. Going in with the marker, I was kind of scared that the micron would smudge because I didn't really leave it enough time to dry completely. It ended up turning out just fine regardless. And then I came in again with my kneaded eraser to erase all the rest of the graphite, and I felt like October felt a little bit colorless. So I decided to go in with this yellowy orange Crayola Super Tip and add a sort of outline. And I also felt like the back was a bit bare, so I decided to add like a little bit of sparkles of magic, which you will see is a reoccurring theme for the month. And that is the quote page and the cover page. Next, we have the October calendar as well as the habit tracker. I ended up using the same font for the cover page for the October calendar title. So you can see there that I had already sketched it out with pencil, and then I just went over it again with my micron in order to make it darker. Also, this was the first time this year that I actually used a ruler, so go me! So yeah, the ruler was quite crucial to having a nice little grid. Usually I do circles or a different type of thing, but this month I decided to keep it simple because I do have a lot of work this month related to school and whatnot, as well as YouTube now, so that's always fun. So I wanted to keep as much space as possible. And then down here I have my little events tab where I will be writing out the dates with the certain events that I have throughout the month. And then at the top you can see me drawing in the pumpkin and some more spider webs as well as little spiders. I honestly had so much fun drawing all these spider webs. I had no idea how fun spider webs were to draw until now, and I will definitely be enjoying that for Inktober. And then at the bottom, I decided to add a little spider with a little heart because I thought it was a cute little touch. Then I went in again with my trusty kneaded eraser and erased everything that I could, graphite-wise, and I went in with that same yellowy orange color and colored in the pumpkin at the top. And then I did some alternating colors for the days of the month with my orange, my yellow, and my light brown. And then I went in with the orange and did the same thing as the cover page, and I outlined the October title to give it a little bit of more pop of color. And then on the side I wrote out, "It's spoopy time." Does anyone else say spoopy, or am I the only one? I actually really like saying spoopy. And then as I looked at the page, I thought that it kind of looked a little bit bare at the bottom. So I decided to add these orange stripes in order to give it a little bit more color, and I actually really like how it turned out. Again, I should have used my ruler when I did this, but I didn't, but hey, it adds a little bit of personality, doesn't it? And then I went in onto the other side and started drawing in the big spider webs once again. This side of the spider web has two little spiders hanging off of it, so this side is going to be my habit tracker. And then I started drawing in our trusty little pumpkin at the bottom. I honestly wish I had added jack-o'-lanterns. I might do that for my weekly spreads in the future, but I think jack-o'-lanterns would have been really, really cute with this theme as well. And then I went in again with my trusty kneaded eraser, erased all the graphite that I could so that it looks nice and so that it doesn't smudge with the markers. Unfortunately, it did smudge a little bit. The micron smudged a little bit for this pumpkin, but you can't really see it, so it doesn't matter too much. Basically, how my habit tracker works is that you see me drawing in a line right now, and that line will be for all the days of the month. And then there's another little section on the bottom which will have all my habits. And basically, it's like a y-axis and x-axis type of situation where you dot down the coordinates. So I have the days from the 1st of October all the way to the 31st. And basically I just plop down a point for whichever days I have done that habit. Example, if I ended up drawing that day, that would go under the art section. So if I drew on October 1st, then I would make a dot for the art section for October 1st. And then here on the side you have me writing out habit tracker because I actually forgot to sketch it in, but I think it turned out nice regardless, with just the colored first letters and some simple writing for the rest of the words. And that is my spread. Next is the weekly spread. I decided to use black washi tape this month, which I actually got in Switzerland and I love it so much. It is by the brand MT, which is a brand that I know a lot of people who do bujo use. And it's honestly so wonderful. I use my Sakura white gel pens on it all the time and it writes really well. And I actually really enjoy using this washi tape quite a lot. So for this week's spread, I'm using them as my little headers for the weekdays. And then I'm also drawing in a few pumpkins as well as some more spider webs as decoration on the sides. The idea that I really had with this spread was to go with the, you know, those people who do like the like messy art spreads, and they're like so pretty, and like even though they're like considered messy, they're like so organized yet really nice. And I'm personally not able to make those, so I'm trying really hard to like practice to make them have that vibe. I'm very much of like a straight line box type of person, so I'm trying to get out of my box and actually try to do some cool things. So I tried to have a few doodles every now and then, and in the end you will see me add a bunch of more sparkles, and yeah. And then here I am using a Sakura jelly roll in the size number 10. It is my favorite size, actually. I got a pack of 3, which has the number 5, number 8, and number 10. Personally, I think that the number 10 works best because it just rolls out the ink better than the other 2. I have a lot of trouble getting them started, but once they do start, then they flow really well. That's mostly for the number 10 though. The other ones are a bit harder to get the ink out of. I'm going to need to restock on the jelly roll number 10 quite soon because I don't have a lot of ink left. So yeah, that's my recommendation for the jelly rolls. So yeah, I ended up using the jelly roll to write on the black washi tape. You can see me prepping it on the side there on the black paper. It actually took me a few minutes to get it to work properly, but in the end, I think it came out quite nice. And then to make the little washi tape headers fit in better with the theme, I decided to add some contrast by adding some little white spider webs on the side of the words, and I actually really like how this looks, and I'm definitely going to use that again in future spreads. There's just something so fascinating about drawing with white on black paper. And then, just like the cover page, I thought that the background was a little bit bland, so I came in and added a few magical sparkles, I guess you could say, to fit in with the magical theme of Halloween. So I decided to add these little stars and little sparkles in order to add a little bit of visual interest. And then I had completely forgot to sketch in where to put the days of the week, like the actual like dates. So I decided to go in and do some regular little circles in order to put the dates in. This is actually something that I forget to do quite often, so I'm glad I didn't completely forget. And here's the final flip through. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the cover page, the calendar and habit tracker, and then finally the very first weekly spread of October.
So yeah, that was my October plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it, honestly. It was actually the first ever spooky themed theme that I've ever done. I've only been bullet journaling for 2 years now. So yeah, anyway, thank you for making it to the end of the video. You are awesome. Make sure to like and subscribe and do all those YouTube things, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!